Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a special ahead of schedule review for the new Phantom 2022 line. I have a 7.5 and a 9. The 9 is a little bit smaller, a little bit heavier feel, closer to a Mallet playing, while the 7.5 is a blade style to look like a Mallet, but it's got some stability. It's a new shape with the fangs on it. Might look like some of you might be reminiscent of the 7 from Odyssey. Now, they've got a brand new grip on this.
We have a textured Pistolero Plus grip with the Scotty Cameron on it. It's a little bit bigger at the back end of the handle. They're very much like a hatchet handle. I believe the story goes is that Scotty went to Home Depot and kind of fell in love with a hatchet for a grip. And so we can see back on the badging here, the typical kind of things you expect, the Golf Pride Cameron design, Scotty. And right now that one is the 7 with the slant neck. So I've got my distances marked, 3, 6, 9 feet. We're going on a straight line. I got my plumber's line. You guys could see how I do that in my DIY putting section. But we're going to test these guys, one versus the other. Again, with the new line, we have them playing more closer, shallower head. We're back to a 303 stainless steel face. It's not that softer aluminum face, so we're getting really the best of both worlds here with that stainless collection, but with a little bit lighter weight underneath the aluminum is going to help us flow closer to a blade. So at the end of the day, this plays very differently than a 7 or a Spider, because why? This is more like a blade. You get the look of a mallet, but the flow of a blade. Okay, so again, I can feel that release. That's how I know that this is really going to play like a blade. So now as I move over to the 9, it's not a 9.5. The 0.5 signifies the neck. And if we look at the neck here, this is going to be a face balanced neck. The face points straight to the sky, whereas the 0.5, you can see there's some toe hang. Now, that's not the biggest part of the whole thing, but really at the end of the day, it can help us. It can help us or hurt us depending on your stroke style. It's really important to get fit for a putter, but for me as a putter, as a fitter, what I'm looking to do is reveal the kind of feels that I feel that I'm sensitive to maybe explain it to you guys. So you may not agree with everything with what I'm saying. However, these are my feels of what the club head is actually doing. We'll have the pills here to help us reveal in just a minute. I'm going to putt a couple with this. There you go. Good. So the 9 from close range doing very well at keeping it on line. But let's see what happens now when I bring in the pills. The 2-pill drill here tells us what the face is doing, how I release it. Good. So that came in slightly face open. You're talking about on a Sam Putt Lab, you're talking about maybe a half a degree open to path to a degree open. The white pill jumps off the red one and then I release it. So the white pill gets knocked out of the way. Let's take a look at the 7.5. Good, so face closed there. Well, sometimes we rush, don't we? All right. Yeah, that was slightly inside, archy. So now let's go into, just for argument's sake, let's go to 9 footers. So we're going to get down to the 9 footers. Let's go right away with the 2-pill drill on this one. We're going to start with the 9. Face slightly open there. Again, let's see what happens with the 9. Okay, let's roll some putts now, some regular putts, and see. Here's the 9 again, it feels slightly heavier. So as you get into the flow, a heavier putter might stop you from going a little bit left. Now, if we look in the bottom of this one, they both have 15 gram weights. Now here's the 7.5. Interesting, that one I didn't quite release. Let's do it again. There you go, a little better. So what we're seeing is not really that uncommon when it comes down to putter and putter fitting. Let's go over the feels. There's definitely more weight stopping this from rotating in the head, without a doubt. In terms of, is it the neck, you know, face balance versus slant neck? I don't think so here, just because it's so much heavier, the 9 than the 7.5. The 7.5 you could totally feel it wants to be a blade. I would actually love to feel that this one with a little bit more weight in the head. That would be, I think, maybe a little bit more fair in terms of the weighting within the, you know, like 20s or 25s. But I will say this, it's not uncommon within a fitting that on a straight putt things stay relatively close. But really we'll start to see our left to righters and right to lefters. So let's test some left to righters, just because those are my nemesis, and I find it hard to stay on line with those. So in the left to righters, if I can get one to stay on line better, hey, that's where I make my work. I adjust to make sure that my straight putts I can work with, but my left to righters are the ones I want to be really just unconscious, ready to go, and let the club do the work for me. All right, so we're going to do 3 with each. Let's start with the 9. I have that mark there to show the break so that we could see how I hit it with each one. Okay, that felt pretty natural. Didn't feel like it was stopping. Yep. Outside, a little firm. Just a bit outside. A little firm. Okay. All right. In terms of flow, again, I was thinking that was going to stop me from hitting the face. Okay, from keeping the face square to the line, but that 9 wasn't too bad. So for me, why are these my nemesis? Is because I tend to leave the face open, right? So if I leave the face open on my left to righters, I create more break. So when I'm looking for putters, I'm looking for putters that maybe kind of help me release the putt a little bit more. So again, this feels, although it looks like the 7, it plays way closer to a blade, without a doubt, right? Without a doubt, it plays more like a blade. So if you're looking for a mallet, without a doubt, the 9, and if you want that slant neck, the 9.5. The 9.5 might be the one there, but you can definitely feel a big difference in terms of the way they flow. All right, guys, I think that's a pretty good explanation of the 7.5 and 9. 7 versus 9, really, we saw a different flowing neck, but the 7 definitely feels lighter, feels way more like a blade. But if you're looking for that more traditional mallet, even let's say closer to a fastback 1.5, that 9 might be your guy. Slightly lighter, so it might actually be able to release a little bit more. If you're finding the fastback might be a little heavy and you leave it right, then the 9 might really be something great for you. The 7 is going to be closer to the 5.5 with a little bit more stabilization. Again, for me, I prefer the putters heavier, so the lighter aluminum inside. There's more stainless steel, so it feels a little heavier than they did last year. However, the face is going to feel a little firmer with that more 303 stainless in there. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below on what you want to see next. And don't forget to subscribe. That helps us get all the new equipment faster into the hands of an experienced fitter who might be able to help you guys decide what goes into play this year. Again, the 2022 is different than the Phantoms from 2021. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, stay focused and keep practicing. See you next time.